My name is Pui, and I will be your host for today's webinar. I am an onboarding manager here at Amazon. My day-to-day activities relate to speaking to sellers, training them, and basically setting them up for success on Amazon. So today, as we get started, we're going to kick it off with a quick poll. Please refer to your GoToWebinar panel, and in the poll, please let us know what you hope to learn today. I'll pause for a few seconds for you to do that. So you'll need to respond in the polls box in the panel. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. All right. So today we will be reviewing the Fulfillment by Amazon program and how you can get started. Specifically, we will discuss these main topics, giving you the details of why it's beneficial for you as a seller, what the program is, and how the program works, including how you can get your items to us. Towards the end of the webinar, we will also announce special rates from your local logistics service provider for your upcoming FBA shipments. So before we begin, a few webinar details. Throughout the webinar, please feel free to interact with me via the questions box, and I will address the questions at the end of the webinar. This is going to be an interactive session, so I would love it if you could ask me a lot of questions. Today's webinar will also be recorded, and you can use your webinar link to watch this session as many times as you would like. At the end of the webinar, we will also share some useful links and resources for your reference. Finally, at the end of the webinar, you will see an email address for the Amazon Global Selling team. Please email us if you still have questions, and we will be happy to assist. So without further ado, on to our first topic. So new sellers often wonder, why should I get started with FBA? First and foremost, FBA is a logistics solution for you. With FBA, you ship your products to us and store them in Amazon's fulfillment centers. When you get an order, Amazon will pick, pack, and ship your products out to your customers and even provide customer service for them. We have created one of the most advanced fulfillment networks in the world, and your business can definitely benefit from our expertise. But more than that, FBA is a way for you to scale your business, reach more customers, and increase your sales. When you use FBA, your products will be eligible for Amazon Prime free 2-day shipping, which appeals to our tens and millions of Prime customers, and these Prime customers are also our top spenders. You can also fulfill orders from other channels with FBA if you enable multi-channel fulfillment. This way, you can single source your inventory to streamline your fulfillment operations from all your sales channels. FBA also increases the chances of you winning the buy box. With FBA handling the customer service and returns for your orders and sales, you can even go on a holiday and your business will keep on running. I think this is even more valuable for global sellers like yourself, because with the time difference, it can be difficult to respond to your buyers in a timely manner. So with Amazon handling the customer queries and logistics for you, you don't have to worry about that anymore. And it's cost effective and simple. Really, it's not our main profit generating model for Amazon, so it's pay as you go, and you are charged only for the storage space and the orders that we fulfill. The cost of shipping is included in your fees with no extra charge for Amazon Prime free 2-day shipping and free shipping on eligible orders. So if you're looking to improve order processing, lower your costs, improve shipping service levels, scale your business, or increase sales, FBA program is a great place for you to start. So 2015 was a big year for sellers on Amazon, and FBA delivered more than 1 billion items to customers worldwide. Our customers absolutely love free shipping, and FBA gives you a cost-effective and easy way to offer free shipping options to all customers. When you partner with Amazon, you sell more. On Cyber Monday, which is a holiday following Black Friday, more than 23 million items were delivered in just one day. And we continue to work on improving our service offerings to our customers. And through FBA, Your products may be included in innovative new programs such as same-day delivery, which is now offered in more than 750 US cities. So how does FBA work? The first step is for you to identify the products and quantities for Amazon and send them our way. As soon as we get your products, we will receive them into our fulfillment centers and store them, making them available for customers to order your products through FBA. As orders come through, we will pick, pack, and ship your orders on your behalf. Amazon will also offer customer service for orders that we ship, helping to free up your time and resources, including managing any customer returns that may come up. With FBA managing your day-to-day operations, you have more time available to focus on other areas of your business. So now that we have covered an overview of how the FBA program works, let me explain the FBA fees. There are three primary types of fees that apply with FBA. Fulfillment fees include order handling, pick and pack charges, and weight handling. These fees can vary based on the size and the weight of your products. Inventory storage fees are charged monthly and are based on the size of your products. We use the product dimensions that you calculate to enter to calculate the volume of the product, and that is applied to the storage rate to determine your fees. You are only charged for actual space use, and you will see a prorated charge if we hold your product for less than a full month before shipping out. We also offer optional services that you may elect to use. These include services for preparing your products, labeling your items, or even removing or disposing of inventory. These optional services, as the name suggests, are optional. So if we look at the fulfillment fees and inventory storage fees, as an example, an iPad case would be about $250 in FBA fees. One way for you to review your FBA fees really quickly is to go to your Seller Central account, and once you have converted an item to FBA, you will see a fee preview over here. And if you click into the $7.12, you will be able to see on the drop-down a detailed breakdown of the fees. You will be able to see that $3.09 are referral fee for each sale, and the rest of it is our FBA fees. You can also click the bottom of the window to generate a report for all of your FBA items. The FBA Revenue Calculator is another great tool for understanding FBA fees. With the Revenue Calculator, you can search for your item or an item similar to yours on Amazon and do a quick comparison of expenses and margin impact when you use FBA versus fulfilling the orders yourself. So there are two columns on the FBA Revenue Calculator. The one on the left is your revenue and expenses if you were to fulfill the order yourself. So for revenue, over here, you'll want to enter the price of the item and how much you want to charge for shipping. We will take away the referral fee, and you'll enter the rest of your fulfillment costs. So as an example, you probably want to enter how much it costs you to ship one parcel out, how much it costs you to rent a warehouse to store your products before the item is sold, and if you need to hire an employee to handle picking and packing the order, prepping the parcel, or even handling customer service, you want to account for that as well. Or it could even be your own opportunity cost. Following that, Amazon will give you an estimation of how much impact the fulfillment cost will have on your margins. You will enter similar fields on the right-hand side where you calculate margin impact if you were to use FBA. So one thing I want to take note of here is for item price, if you are using FBA, you can actually consider charging more for the product, so bringing your item price up just to balance it out with the shipping fees you would charge on the order if you were to fulfill the order yourself. So based on the products you have chosen for comparison, Amazon will have calculated the FBA fees involved, and you'll just need to enter how much it costs for you to ship the products out to the fulfillment warehouses. So usually when you ship into FBA, you are shipping in bulk. So there will be cost savings as compared to shipping orders out parcel by parcel. And of course, there are the special rates that we will share at the end of the webinar. So take note of these cost savings and account for them while using the calculator. So after you have entered all of this, you will get an estimation of the differences on your margins when you use FBA versus fulfilling the orders yourself. Usually we find that with economies of scale, you tend to have a better margin if you use FBA. You can use the tool to see if FBA makes sense for your products. Honestly, I can say though that if your products are less than $10, FBA might not be suitable for you because FBA fees will take up a higher percentage of your margins. But if the price of your products are more than $10, you can give this tool a try to get an estimate of how much it's going to cost you and how it helps your business. You can even do a monthly sales increase here. So sellers who have used FBA reported sales increases of 20 to 50% after switching to FBA. So if you want to take that into your calculations, you can add that in the box over there. Great. So now we move on to shipping your products out and creating your shipment. So the very first thing that you want to work on is to make sure your products are e-commerce ready so that they can be safely and securely transported from you to us to the customers. Amazon's receiving systems and catalogs are barcode driven, so each unit that you send into FBA will need a scannable UPC, EAN, or Amazon barcode. You have three options for labeling your products. Your first option is to print and apply Amazon labels for each unit, which we will discuss later in the webinar. You can use this option even if your products do not have a UPC code or a barcode. Amazon will generate an Amazon barcode for you as long as you have product listings in your seller account. Your product barcodes will look like this on the right, and you will be given unique FN SKUs. If your products have UPCs or EAN, you can consider the second option. It is the stickerless commingle option. With this program, there's no need for separate product labels, as we'll just use the scannable UPC or EAN barcodes on your items to streamline the receiving. Your inventory may be eventually pooled with identical products owned by Amazon or other FBA sellers who elected to use the stickerless program, which is why there's the word commingle in the name of the program. If your products are eligible for this program, it is a great way to reduce product labeling efforts. It's important to enable this before you create a new shipment if you're interested. The third option is the FBA label service. So we will label it for you for a fee, but your products also need to have UPCs or EANs. So to put it simply, if you do not own UPCs or EAN, there's only one option for you, the first one. You need to print and label the products yourself. If you have UPCs or EAN, you can choose among the three options. Aside from labeling, your products should also be e-commerce ready, meaning they are individually prepared to be securely transported through the fulfillment cycle. So on this page are a few examples of certain categories that have special prep requirements. For example, apparel items should be in a clear sealed plastic bag to ensure they are not exposed to any dust or humidity in our warehouses. Delicate or fragile items should also be prepared so that they will not be damaged during regular handling. They should be bubble wrapped and must be able to withstand a 3-foot drop onto a hard surface without breaking. So it is important that you prep your products well. If you do not want to prep the products yourself, you can pay Amazon to do that for you by opting into the FBA Prep Service program. If you select the FBA Prep Service, Amazon can prepare your eligible products for a per unit fee. So first, you can enable the FBA Prep Service by selecting Amazon when asked who will prep your products. When you're building your shipping plan, you will be provided with an estimate of the associated fees for the services. Once you have selected Amazon, save the settings, then you'll move on in the shipment creation. Take note though, even if you're using FBA prep service, you will still need to ensure that your products reach the US warehouses safely. You should also determine if your products are individually packaged or case packaged. If you plan to send a mix of products, sizes, or conditions in one box, your products would be considered individual items. If all items in the case have the same SKU and condition, and each box is uniformly packaged with equal quantities, then your products would be considered case pack. Generally, this applies to products that are packaged by the manufacturer. If you use case pack items, each item will still need to be individually prepped per our requirements. However, during the shipment process, you will not need to split a case to multiple locations. And now we move on to creating a shipment. It is quick and easy and can be done directly from your Seller Central account. There are 6 steps to creating your FBA shipment, and I'll run through them very quickly. If you would like additional details on any of the steps, please leave a note in the questions box and I will address them at the end of the webinar. So the first step to creating your FBA shipment is to convert your inventory. You can do so via Seller Central. Select all the items that you want to apply FBA on, and in Actions, click Change to Fulfilled by Amazon. Confirm that you want your items to be converted to FBA and click Convert and Send Inventory if you're ready to start creating your shipment. If you have a North America Unified account and list products on Amazon.com, Amazon.ca, and Amazon.com.mx, products listed for sale in these marketplaces must be sent to a fulfillment center in the respective country. This is the page you'll see at the beginning of the shipment. You want to enter the address that you're shipping from and the packing type. We talked about this earlier. You need to indicate whether they are individual products or case pack products. This is where you'll update the quantity for your items. After you have updated it, click Continue. Then we come to the prep page. So if you choose to prepare your products on your own, under the Who Preps column, indicate Merchant. If you are using FBA prep service and you want to pay Amazon to prep the products for you, indicate Amazon. So read each of the prep guidance notes carefully and prep your items accordingly. Then step 4 is labeling your products. If any of your products are not eligible for stickerless inventory, you will see that communicated on this page. If you are electing to use the Amazon label service, you will mark each item as labeled by Amazon and continue. So this is what the screen would look like when you are ready to print and apply your own labels. So we will generate a print ready file that you can save for later, or you can print immediately using Avery 5160 mailing labels. The file will be formatted to print, so you just need to add the blank labels to a laser printer. If you are shipping more than 100 SKUs on a shipment, you will see our system only shows 100 products per page. So please make sure to click all pages on your shipment and generate a label file for each page. So each label will have a barcode, a number corresponding to the barcode called an FN SKU, and the product title. In most cases, the product title should be enough information for you to match labels to the correct product. If not, you can use the packing list, which I will show you later on, to look up the FN SKU number from the label and find the corresponding SKU for the product. So paste one label on each individual unit. Labels need to be visible. So say you're bubble wrapping something, the label needs to be on top of the bubble wrap and it needs to be scannable. So don't stick them on curves and don't stick them on the edges of your products either. Otherwise, it wouldn't be easily scannable. Next is the review shipment page. Here is where we will let you know the location or the locations to ship your products to. By default, when you create a shipping plan, your shipment may be divided into multiple shipments, each directed to a different fulfillment center. This is called the Distributed Inventory Placement Program. The fulfillment centers are selected based on the products you are shipping and where you are shipping from. By having your inventory spread across multiple fulfillment centers across the country, the person who buys your product will receive it faster than they would if your inventory was further away. You can choose to sign up for an inventory placement service program and send all your inventory to a single fulfillment center. When the shipment arrives at the fulfillment center, it is split up and sent to multiple fulfillment centers for you. So this inventory placement service program is useful if you do not want to split your parcels up, but do note that a per item service fee will apply for this service. So if you find that we have split your shipment to more than one location, you can view the shipment content for each shipment, and when you're ready to move forward, you can approve the shipments. So after you've gone through all of that, this will be the last shipment screen. It's the prepare shipment page. You can make slight quantity changes here or remove products from FBA completely by clicking on review and modify units. Or you can download a packing list, as I mentioned earlier. This is where you will find the FN SKUs and the corresponding SKUs. So this report will generate as a text file, and you may want to open with Excel or copy and paste into Excel for easy viewing. Under section 2, over here, you will let us know how the products are shipping to us. Choose small parcel delivery if you're sending individual boxes, and choose less than truckload if you're sending full pallets. Under shipping carrier, you will also choose if you want to use the Amazon partner carrier or arrange you use your own. For Asia Pacific sellers like yourself, unless your inventory and warehouses are located in the US, you will not be eligible for Amazon partner carrier. So you will need to choose other logistics providers here. So with your shipping options set, you move into section 3 to tell us about the size and the weight of the boxes or pallets. You can then estimate the Amazon shipping rates and print shipping labels. If you use your own carrier, your boxes and pallets will still require labels, so please make sure to print those using this screen. After creating a shipment, you can return to view tracking for completed shipments or resume in-progress shipments by going to inventory, then manage FBA shipments. If you have already approved, you will view in the shipments tab. If you're still in the early stages of shipment and have not yet approved, you're still working on the plan and can access your plan under shipping plans tab. Now that we have reviewed your shipment creation process, we can discuss a few items about shipping your products to Amazon. If you have a warehouse in the US, you can consider our Amazon partner carriers to ship your products to Amazon, as they offer deeply discounted rates. But again, if your warehouses are not in the US or they are in Australia, we'll be sharing special discounted rates from Australian Post in a bit, so stay tuned. For small parcels, you can pack your items in whatever order or manner you determine is appropriate, as long as they follow the guidelines on this page and the boxes are sufficiently protected for transit. Once your boxes are labeled, they are ready to ship, you can contact the carrier to schedule a pickup or drop off at a shipping center location. When packing your boxes, please do not use packing peanuts, foam strips, crinkle wrap, or shredded paper. Use of these things could delay or prevent receiving of your shipment. Instead, please use alternative options such as full sheets of paper or air packs to protect your items. If you're sending in full pallets of products, note that individual boxes on the pallets still require box labels. You will need to print and apply pallet labels to each side. Right, so just a few more details. as we end off the shipment creation process. So as you ship your products to Amazon, please take note of the following points. Amazon cannot act as the importer of recorder or consignee. Amazon can only be the ship-to address on the shipment, and you need to send all goods to Amazon in the US under delivered duty paid. Also include your full contact information on the commercial invoice. Working with a customs broker may help you understand how to meet these requirements. Tax obligations also vary by business, so please consult your local tax advisor for specifics. And then the return shipping address. So Amazon will pick, pack, and ship unsellable items from FBA to any US delivery address of your choice for a minimal fee. Most global sellers will use their own preferred freight forwarder as the US ship-to address, and they will then export for the sellers. So with that, we have covered the general FBA program. I tried to go through that really quickly, so if you need additional details on any of the sections, please drop me a note. So before we move on, we'll do another quick poll here. So there are two questions here, so please again use the poll box to drop us your thoughts on the two questions. Alright, so now as promised, we are very excited to announce special rates for your upcoming FBA international inbound shipments. Here is an overview. So Amazon sellers already get low bulk freight rates from Australia Post. Australia Post is offering 10% extra off on the already low bulk freight rates to Amazon distribution centers in North America in June and July. This slide provides an illustration of rates for bulk 100 kg shipments from Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane to some of Amazon's fulfillment centers on the east and west coast of USA. Minimum recommended shipment is 45 kg. So we will be sending a document as a follow-up to this webinar, and you can refer to it for more details and terms and conditions. Here is an overview of the timeline for the Economy Air Freight B2B service. From liftoff to Amazon's fulfillment center, if documentation is complete and there are no customs or compliance issues, it takes about 7 days to deliver to Amazon. You may use this step-by-step guide of how the usual timeline works for Economy Air Freight B2B services at Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane to Amazon pointed fulfillment centers in the US. And finally, these are the already low existing rates for FBA sellers from Australia Post. Enjoy 10% off on these rates for your FBA shipments in June and July. Again, please refer to the document that we will share as a follow-up to this webinar. For more details on the rates from Australia Post, delivery timeline, and step-by-step guide on how you can get started. All right, so thank you very much for taking the time to attend this live webinar. I hope you found the information helpful and that you're ready to begin your first shipment to Amazon. We will be emailing this presentation to you in PDF format shortly. In the meanwhile, if you have any feedback about the content or if you have any questions about the shipments or the rates, please email us at globalselling-sea@amazon.com. Your email will be received by the Amazon Global Selling team, and we can follow up with you promptly. We'll also be ready to take any questions that you have right now, so I'll give you a few minutes to just drop us any questions that you have in the GoToWebinar panel.